Hello everyone, welcome to the Consciousness Physics lecture series. This is Mathematical Physics lecture 6. In this lecture we are going to look at the spherical polar coordinate to Cartesian coordinate transformation. So let's start with a vector. In Cartesian coordinate system, it looks like ax into x cap plus ay into y cap plus az z cap. And in spherical polar, it looks like ar r cap plus a theta theta cap plus a phi cap. So this is the basic format of a vector. So we need to transform from a Cartesian to a spherical. So a Cartesian dotted into r cap will be equal to a spherical dotted into r cap because they are the same vector. So it's a dot r cap. So it can be calculated as ax times x cap dotted into r cap plus ay times y dot y cap dotted into r cap plus az times z cap dotted into r cap. So this is the basic dot product. Right, we do that to find the components. So let's find out what the a dot r cap is. A dot r cap will be equal to ar, so it will be ar. So you can write down that it is a theta similarly will be equal to a dot theta cap, which is equal to ax x cap dot into r theta cap plus ay y cap dotted into theta cap plus az z cap dotted into theta cap. Similarly, a phi will also be equal to a dot phi x dot phi plus ay y dot phi. Similarly, plus az z dot phi. So that's the basic way to find the theta cap. So we don't know the values of x cap dot phi cap and all these things, right? So we need to compute that. For that we need a table. And we are going to compute those values, and we know the basic form of a vector transformation. X must be equal to r sine theta cos phi, and y is equal to r sine theta sine phi, and z equal to r cos theta. So let's look at the dot product table. Let's construct the dot product table. So the dot product table looks like this. So we have, just like last time, we have x, y and z in the columns, and also the r theta and phi in the rows. We can design that. We can use the rectangular coordinate system just like last time that we have did. We can use this system to find out the dot product between r theta and phi and x, y and z. Very simple. So what we can do is that we can assume our coordinate system, right-handed coordinate system, x, y and z, right? X, y and z right-handed coordinate system, and we can consider our vector r, and it will have an intercept at the xy plane rxy. So the angle between the z axis and the r cap direction is theta. So that's the only relation between z cap and r cap. So we can find the magnitude of these two vectors. Z dot r dot z will be equal to magnitude of r z times cos theta. R z is just unit vectors 1, magnitude is 1, so it is just going to be cos theta. Now let's look up x r dot x and r dot y. So we have to superimpose our vector into xy plane, and you can see that by trigonometric rule this is cos theta and this is sin theta. Now let's look at the rxy component, which is the bottom component. You can see in the xy plane, you can see it will be sin theta just like that, and it will make an angle theta phi with the x-axis, right? So that's the difference between rx, y and x. So the r dot x dot r, we can compute the x dot r. Now x dot r must be equal to magnitude times the cos of phi times the sine component, right? Sine theta. So we can write down that it is r dot x must be equal to sine theta times cos phi, just like that. Now let's look at y component. Y is, this angle is 90 minus phi, right? 90 minus phi. So it is just cos phi times cos 90 minus phi times sine theta. Cos 90 minus phi, you have to shift the angle by pi by 2, so it will become a sine function, right? So it is just sine phi sine theta. So it is just sine phi sine theta, just like that. Okay, now let's look at what the theta cap direction and x cap, x dot theta and all those things. So let's take the right-handed coordinate system x, y, z. So we have the vector r and the image on xy plane rxy. We know the theta from z axis and phi from x axis. The sine theta, this is also sine theta, two sine thetas, and we know the components. Now the angle theta cap, right? Theta cap is perpendicular to r cap. So this is the direction of that. So from z axis z dot r is equal to magnitude times cos of the angle, which is theta, plus perpendicular 90 degrees, right? So if you shift the cos theta with a 90 degrees, right, it will become inverse sine, right? It will become an inverse sine, just like that, if you shift 90 degrees. So that is minus sine theta. So x dot theta cap is just x dot z cap is just minus sine theta, no doubt about that. Now let's look at x cap and y cap direction. So from the x cap direction, the angle is theta for rxy component, sorry, phi from the rxy component. So the angle will be cos phi times sine theta, right? Theta plus what? Plus 90 degrees, right? So that's the phi cap will be in the bottom direction, so it will be 90 plus theta. So it will be, if you shift the sine angle with the 90 degrees, you will get what? You will get what? A cos function, right? Cos theta cos phi. So that's what you get. So it is cos theta cos phi. From the x-axis, the theta cap component, and also this angle is 90 minus phi. So this from the y cap, it is cos 90 minus phi times cos theta. So it will be, if you shift the angle to 90 degrees, you will get sine phi. So it will be sine phi cos theta. So that's it. So it is just sine phi cos theta, just like that. Now let's look at what the phi cap. To consider our phi cap direction, let's reconstruct our vector space. So we have a vector, and xy plane we have our image of our vector, and we know the angle phi, right? Now considering to the z-axis, right? To the z-axis, z dot phi cap will be magnitude times cos of the angle. Now the phi cap is in that direction, inside to the board here. So it is perpendicular, so the angle is 90 degrees. So it is just cos 90 is 0. So z dot r cap will be 0. Now xy plane, considering to the xy plane, we know that the x is in this direction and the phi cap is in that direction. So the angle between them is cos phi plus perpendicular 90 degrees, right? So it will be cos 90 plus phi. So that will be, if you shift the cos function to 90 degrees, right? If you shift the cos function to 90 degrees, what you will get is a minus sine phi, right? So minus phi sine phi is what you get. So x dot phi cap is minus sine phi, and the other angle is what? 90 minus phi, right? The other angle comparing to the y plane is y axis is 90 minus phi. So it is cos phi cos 90 minus phi minus plus 90, right? That is cos pi minus 90. So that will be, if you shift your cos function a pi times, it will become the same cos function itself. So it is cos phi. So the y cap dot phi cap is just cos phi. Using this, let's do an actual transformation of a vector from Cartesian to spherical. So a Cartesian is given as x cap plus y cap plus z cap. We have to transform that into spherical polar coordinate system, ar, a theta and a phi, right? Very simple. So for that, we can do ar must be equal to a dot r cap. So that is equal to x dot times x dot r cap plus y times y dot r cap plus z dot r cap, right? So let's do that. Let's do the values. So we need to know all these components to do this. So let's have a look at what we already know. This is the components here. We can put that into this equation here. So x is going to be x times sine theta times cos phi plus y sine theta sine phi plus z cos theta, right? So let's put down x, y and z. So it will be r sine theta cos phi times sine theta cos phi plus r sine theta sine phi times sine theta sine phi plus z, which is r cos theta, right? So it will become r sine square theta cos square phi plus r sine square theta sine square phi plus r cos square theta. So it will be the sine square cos square phi and sine square phi will give you 1. So it will be r sine square theta times 1 plus r cos square theta. So it will become the sine square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1. So it will become r. So that is equal to ar. Ar is equal to r. Okay, now let's find out what a theta is, right? So a theta will be equal to a dot theta cap, so that must be equal to x times x dot theta cap plus y times y dot theta cap plus z times z dot theta cap, right? So we need to find out what the values of each of these components are, right? Each of these components are, and which we already calculated just like that. Now we can substitute them back into this equation, and we get, or what we get, the values as r sine theta cos phi times cos theta cos phi plus r sine theta sine phi plus times cos theta what sine phi plus r cos theta times minus sine theta, right? Just like that. So we can simplify that. So it will, you will get r sine theta cos theta cos square phi plus r sine theta cos theta sine square phi minus r cos theta sine theta, right? Just like that. So cos square phi plus sine square phi is equal to 1. So it is r sine theta cos phi minus cos theta minus r cos theta sine theta, which is equal to 0. So that is a theta, right? A theta. So we found out a theta. Now let's look at a phi. So a phi will be a dot phi cap. So that will be x times x dot phi cap plus y times y dot phi cap plus z times z dot phi cap, right? So we can now look at what the values of this are. We already calculated that. So these are the values. Let's substitute them back in. So it will be sine theta cos phi times minus sine phi plus r sine r sine theta sine phi cos phi plus 0, right? So it will be, what will you get? So you can use this component can be, will cancel each other, so you get 0. So a phi is equal to 0. So that's the value. So our vector ar, which is equal to what? Vector ar, which is equal to r, right, is equal, and a theta is equal to 0 and a phi is equal to 0. So this is our transformation vector. So the vector cylindrical coordinates in Cartesian coordinate system AC has from x cap plus y cap plus z cap has become, in spherical coordinate system it will become r cap. So that's the transformation that has happened to this vector. Now let's transform our spherical polar coordinate system to Cartesian coordinate system, r cap into Cartesian. So for the transformation, let's write down that a is equal to r cap, that's our vector. We need to transform the Cartesian. So ax is equal to a dot x cap, which is equal to r times r dot x cap. So that is equal to r sine theta cos phi, which is equal to x, and ay will be a dot y. So that is r times r dot y cap. So that is equal to r cos theta sine phi, which is the value of y. And we can write now az is equal to a dot z cap. So that is equal to r times r dot z cap. So that is equal to r cos theta. So that is equal to z, right? So a from r cap is transformed into ax x cap plus ay y cap plus az z cap. So that is equal to x cap plus y cap times z cap. So that's the transformation that we have done. So please, if you like this video, please subscribe to the channel. Feel free to comment whatever thoughts that you have come into your mind regarding the video, and I will do whatever I can to improve this video. And please share this video among with your friends and your colleagues. So thank you for watching on my channel, my video. So thank you so much. All the best for you guys.